So, let's get straight to it.
The role of digital media and the way women are perceived, I think there's two things really. It feels to me like it's a bit of both a blessing and a curse. So compared to when I was growing up, what you can see is there's just incredible access to role models, information, inspiration, stories. When I was growing up, you know, you had your mum on one side and Maggie Thatcher on the other side and not a lot else in between. So that's the really great side of it. Obviously, you know, the downside of it, the dark side, is I think the abuse that women get.
It is a spectacularly useful and helpful channel for women to get their message across. I think there are all sorts of campaigning groups, for example, that have really capitalised on the opportunities brought about by digital media. So if you look at campaigns like, you know, No More Page 3 or Everyday Sexism, you know, those kind of groups, they just simply wouldn't have been able to get that amount of traction so quickly in the days before digital media. So I think there's a real, you know, opportunity.
Digital media is all about new growth and is all about experimenting with new projects and new businesses. So I actually think it's about what you want to do rather than what your gender is.
I think advertising, again, can either reflect what's going on in culture, or you can say actually it should really shape it a bit more and shape it for the good. And I think we've almost seen a tipping point over the last sort of year and a half. I mean, there's always been things like Dove, but the work we've done on Pan 10, the Shine Strong campaign, the Sport England work, there's always like a girl. There's suddenly been a whole array of campaigns that have come out in the last couple of years, which I think actually start to shape things and actually start to challenge some of those prejudices.
Where it's less positive, I suppose, from a gender point of view, is that as an industry, it still tends to be even more male-dominated than, you know, particularly at the top, than the rest of the advertising industry. I think it's because of the slightly techie nature of a lot of the businesses. It means that, you know, the entrepreneurs at the head of the company and, you know, some of the real, you know, senior people is very dominated by men.
It's so fast moving. It's about who keeps up and who's engaged and who has a vision to do something. So actually for women, it's about that vision and that energy and harnessing that energy to do something.
The brilliant thing about digital media is it gives everyone a platform and it gives everyone access to stories and inspiration that wasn't there before. I think there's a load more that can still be done. I mean, you only have to look at the data to go, there are still big issues with representation of women. So I think actually we have quite a role and a responsibility to shed a bit more light on that.